how to make decision and how to make the right decision. If this is the question that you've been having since you're walking on this spiritual path of non-duality, I'm going to go deeper in this video and explain you how you're not the one who's taking decision and there's no good and bad decisions. So let's dive in this subject. If you're listening, you know the me, you know the character, you know the one who's playing in this movie, but you're the screen in which the movie is happening. You're also understanding more and more there's never been a me in control. And so because there's never been a me in control, you're not this me that is taking this decision and making this choice. You start also grasping the idea that what is choices then, and how I'm making this decision, and how can I take the right decision, because I see myself sometimes making the wrong decision. Sometimes I go eat chocolate when I said this is not good for me. Sometimes I stay on social media too long, even if I said I have to go to sleep. Sometimes I see myself texting my ex-boyfriend even if I said this is not a healthy relationship. So why do I take this bad decision even if I'm aware that this is not a good decision for me? And that's the thing that you want to look at. There's never been a me taking these decisions. And you may be asking yourself, but if I'm the source, if I'm awareness, I should take only the right decision. And this is the first illusion. There's no such a thing, a good decision and bad decision apart on our mind. Our mind is the one that is making the difference. This is good, this is bad. But in the higher intelligence that is constantly moving us, there's only decision made. And sometimes this decision will be made through the mind, through the conditioning, through the trauma, through the pain, because it's exactly where you're supposed to go in order to purify, transcend, heal, and see your true nature, thanks to the fact that you've been moved in that direction. And you wouldn't be seeing your real self, the true nature of yourself, if you were put in another path. God can't make the mistake. God knows what he's doing, and he's putting you in that direction through those decisions. They're coming from attachment and conditioning, because it's exactly the path you have to take in order to see your true self. So when we understand this, we also see that there's no such a thing as good or bad decision. There's only decisions, and there's not a me taking them. There's only a God and higher intelligence that is moving you, and decisions are taking you. It's not you taking decisions are taking you. And this is the only thing that's supposed to happen, so you can relax, because no matter what is going to happen is exactly the only thing that is supposed to happen in order for you to see your real self. You can finally relax, because there's never been a you responsible. There's never been a you that in charge. There's never been a you that was supposed to do this or that. If God wants you to take that sugar and call your ex and scroll on social media and again, in order for you to, at one point, to finally touch that point where you wake up, this is the only thing that is going to happen. This doesn't mean, then I have zero responsibility. This is still the mind. This is the mind again, being sneaky and coming and trying to avoid to feel guilty and try to continue in the path of addiction. Observe that happening. This is not you. You know your thought. You know their emotion. You're the one observing this happening through you. You're the one aware of that. You're not the object of the experience that's taking the action. You're the subject who's seeing the object taking the action. And they change everything. And this is also the best way to stop this behavior, to see that this behavior are happening, the object of the experience, and you are the one aware of the object of the experience. You're the subject observing the object. You are the consciousness seeing the character playing. You know the character. You know the character of the movie. You're the screen. And the more you see that, the freer you will be. So there's never been a you in charge. There's only God moving through you. And you can trust that is exactly there that you have to go. Those decisions were the only decision. It doesn't exist a bad decision. And sometimes decision will come from a place of conditioning, attachment, but it is still God doing it. And sometimes decision will come from a place of presence and peace, but both are God. So what are you worried about? To feel a feeling. This is what you worry about. And if it's the case, please watch my other video of how to process a feeling, feel a feeling, heal very difficult emotions. Because this is all what it's about. Feeling life instead of thinking life. We go through life thinking that we are me, a separate self, and believing our thoughts, instead of feeling the sensation that appear in experience and recognizing that who's observing is the real me. If this video was helpful, please leave me a comment. It's always a pleasure to read your comments and like it, so YouTube can share it with more people that maybe need to listen to this. Thank you for listening, and